Here's a facial routine that you can do before you go to bed. Now, this will not only help your skin, but it will also work on pressure points that will aid a good night's sleep. So give this a go. This might be something that you would like to put into your routine. Now, there's a couple of housekeeping points. Firstly, you're going to be touching your face, so make sure you've washed your hands. Secondly, you need some sort of oil that's very, very light to apply to your skin, just to add a little bit of slip and glide so that you don't drag at the skin. Now, this oil can be very, very light. I would recommend something like a jojoba or a sesame oil if you're not allergic to sesames. Or you can get a ready blended oil, but make sure it's a facial oil, not a body oil, because it will be lighter in texture. The other way, if you are worried about putting oil on your skin because of skin problems, you can always remove it afterwards. Or you can cover your hands, put a little bit of oil into your hand, rub it in your hands, and actually have it on your fingers rather than on your face. It's just a medium to help you slip and glide. The other thing that I would recommend is that you settle yourself down. You may want to do this sitting up, but put on some nice music. Put on some baroque music like we've said about before. Or you might have your favourite relaxation classic. Relaxation music generally is better if there's no singing involved or no words being sung, because your mind then goes on to following the words rather than the actual rhythm of the music. So make sure the music is nice and slow. It has a slow, rhythmical, melodic sound to it. And the slower, the better. So let's make a start. So this is a mixture of face yoga, which I teach usually on a weekly basis to clients on at my class, and acupressure, and a little bit of face reflexology. So we're going to start with a pressure point, and that's in the center of your eyebrows, center and just above. And you're going to take one finger and place it on the pressure point, and you'll feel like an indentation in there so that you know you've got the right point. You're going to hold this point and take some deep breaths in, just a couple, in through your nose and out through your nose. And then let's do some circles on that. Just in a very small area. Keep in contact with the skin all the time. So when you're circulating, you're not just moving over the skin. In fact, you're not moving over the skin at all. You're moving the muscles. So you're feeling for the bones and the muscles. Take your fingers onto the forehead, little press, release apart, little press, release apart, little press, release apart, little press, release apart, until you get right to the end of your forehead. You're going to go back to the center, and then very, very lightly and very slowly, we're going to drain the forehead. So equal pressure on both hands. As I say, the lighter the better with this, because we're working the lymphatic system, And the lymphatic system doesn't take too kindly to being hurried or having a lot of pressure placed on it. So right out to the sides. Take your fingers and press on the sides of the nose. So just turn to the side there. Press, and then you're going to circle across the eyebrows very lightly underneath. Press, circle round, and very lightly underneath. Press over the eyebrows, very lightly underneath. Now we're going to go the other way. Press underneath and stop. Back to the center. Press underneath and stop. Back to the center. Press underneath and stop. Now this pressure point here is a great one for relaxing the eye area, and is good for insomnia too. So now we're going to go to the cheek area. So we're going to press on the skin at the side of the nostrils, and we're going to run underneath the cheekbone, right the way back to the ears. Press and smooth. Press and smooth. Press and smooth. And you need to do that at least 3 times. Take 2 fingers and thumb of each finger, each hand, press and move along the cheekbones. And then move slightly down the face, press and squeeze. Make a line a bit further down, press and squeeze along the cheeks. Great one if you grind your teeth or clench your jaw as you sleep. And then right underneath the jaw. We're going to take our thumbs underneath the jaw and sweep right the way back towards the ears. And we only go one way because remember we are working with the lymphatic system. So let's stroke lightly up the neck. Avoiding the windpipe. And then 2 fingers, we're going to drain the face from the middle to the sides. And each movement, you're going to move a couple of fingers width above the last line. When you get to here, you're then going to go underneath, over the top of the eyes, and carry on across the forehead, When you've reached the hairline, come down the side of the face until you're just under the jaw. Now to finish off, tap with all the fingers from the collarbone up the neck, across the face, over the cheeks, around the eyes, over the forehead, top of the head, down the back of the skull, down the back of the neck, and relax. That takes out all the tension of the face and neck. And now you're ready for a good night's sleep. Give it a go.